friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode number 11. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our two cats, Dixie and Daisy. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as LoriLulu327, or if you want to email me, my email address for this podcast is LoriLulu327@gmail.com. And I love to crochet. Let's just put it that way. I want to say welcome to any new viewers and returning viewers. Hello again. I'm glad you're here. So, grab something to drink, grab your project, settle in. Ready? Let's do this. So, yesterday I recorded an entire podcast and I just felt like I was all over the place. I was very flighty, very unorganized, and I feel like you guys deserve better than what I gave yesterday. So I'm re-recording this. It is Monday, May 27th. Yeah, so it's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. And of course today I am fighting a headache right now, so it's either Lori in pain or flighty Lori. Hopefully this one will be better and I'm better prepared. And not in a rush, because yesterday I wanted to get done so I could watch the Indy 500, even though I was recording it. But I'm glad I did, because they had to stop in the middle of the race and my recording, it's like they finished the race and I had 30 seconds left of my recording. That's very, I don't know, fortuitous? Is that a good word for that? Anyway. But yes, so I have a headache today. I think it's because of the weather. We've already had a tornado warning today. Yeah. Thunderstorms, so you may hear some thunder going through. I know that definitely impacts my sinuses and all the pressure in my head. And because it's Memorial Day, I'm out of my routine. I slept in, and I actually planted my flowers today, so that doesn't help either with tightness and all that. And I've had a casualty, as you can see. Yeah, I'll have to repaint my nails today. Oh, darn. But yeah, so today it's been interesting so far. I'm trying to think, the last 2 weeks, not much really for me. I've been busy well, I should say I'm busy working, but there's not much to do at work, so I've been crocheting all day. Well, and I get paid for it. It's great. You know, last weekend, Ryan was gone the Thursday and Friday and half of Saturday. He was coaching a boys basketball team at this big teen event at, it's like 4 states get together. It's part of our church, the Church of the Nazarene. They have a big competition in the spring between all the districts in Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan. And the teens compete in sports and quizzing and music and art and all that. Like, I even competed in it when I was in high school, which was a long time ago. We won't go there. But my husband was asked to coach the basketball team, and this is his 4th year doing it, so he really enjoys it. So I was like, okay, so I have a couple days to myself. Watch all the homework I want and crochet the night away, right? And then, let's see, Saturday, so 2 days ago, our church does a clothes closet ministry, and it's for those who are in need. If you need some clothing for whatever reason, you can come. We were trying to move more towards children's and babies' clothes, because that's what people need the most. They go through those clothes so fast. So yeah, that was 4 hours on Saturday, and then as soon as that was over, we left and went to see Ryan's parents. There was a special dinner for veterans at their church. So that was interesting. Just because, well, I'll just say the one thing that piqued my interest was a lady came to give a quilt to a veteran. She's part of, it's called Quilts of Valor. I'll put a link down below because I know some of you are interested in quilting. And they make quilts for veterans. And so I kind of felt bad. This poor 90-year-old man had to walk up there because of course his family was sitting in the back, and then he had to walk all the way up to the front, and then they wrapped him in this quilt, and then, oh, can you give us a twirl? Like, he's just kind of like, what? But he did. He cooperated, oh, whatever. Beautiful quilt. And, of course, if you're interested, I'm sure there's a chapter near you. I'll put a link down below so you can figure out what all that. Yeah, you know what I mean. Notes. So that's pretty much it for life stuff. As I mentioned, I planted flowers. On my deck, I have several pots and stuff because we are getting warmer, finally, here in Illinois. Finally. And with that, our house doesn't have central air. Yeah. And of course, some people are like, oh, you live in a parsonage, your housing's taken care of. But you don't get to choose what you get, But so we're going to be putting in the window air conditioning units soon. And one goes right behind the camera. So I may be moving during the summer months because a noisy window air conditioning unit right behind where I'm trying to record will probably not work very well. And if I turn it off, I'll probably get really hot in here. So I may move out to the deck. So I wanted to make sure the deck was all nice and pretty with flowers and all that. So, well, I wanted the deck to be pretty with flowers anyway. So we'll see how this goes during the summer, okay? So yeah, that's about it. For those of you who are new, I usually try to keep segments in a certain order. I usually go through finished objects. I go through my makes in progress. I call them makes because I don't want to call them work. It's not work to me. And then I talk about things that are going to be, things that are yet to be what they're meant to be. This week I'm going to mix it up a little just because most of the stuff that I've been working on are hats. And so those are finished objects, makes in progress, and stuff that's going to be. But I do have two not works. I said it again. I do have two makes in progress that are not hats. Just wanted to give you an update on how they're going. So we'll start with those. The first one is living in my Crochet Fast Dye Warm bag. This is my Tunisian scarf. Basically, I want to learn how to do Tunisian crochet and learn the different stitches. And I'm moving right along. If you watch my vlog, if you go back to my Vlogmas videos, you'll see there's one that's called My Tunisian Fail. So this is me trying to correct. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to correct that fail. So I'll show you. Last time I had made some progress, but it's like, oh, I have to frog it because I made a mistake. And of course, I really don't want this, like, doesn't have to be perfect because it's a learning scarf, right? all our beginning scarves are horrible. But this mistake is like, oh, this is easy to fix. And I only had to go back 6 rows. So I'll show you. First we start off with this. Oh, this green looks horrible. Thankfully it's at the end of the scarf. I started with the Tunisian simple stitch, and then I moved to the Tunisian knit stitch. And if you'll see my lovely sheepy here, ta-da! That's where the mistake was. So I had to rip back 6 rows, and then it's grown, and I wanted to get to the next color, which is this lovely yellow. And according to my stitch dictionary, this stitch is called the drop simple stitch. But when I look online, everybody else calls it the full stitch. So we'll go with the full stitch, which I really, really like how that looks. So we'll see how much more I can get going on this one. I did block it already because Tunisian curls like no other. Yeah, there we go. There's my Tunisian scarf. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. We'll see how much I get done for next time. Or maybe I'll just put it away until I get it all done, and then I just show you the whole thing. I don't know how often you want to see this same scarf. Oh, I've added another color. Anyway, the other make in progress that I have is actually a design in progress. This is my special design bag. It's a tote I got from Hobby Lobby called La Malicious. And I have all my lovely buttons from friends and ones that I bought myself. So yeah, lovely, you know, this yarn community, we gotta support each other, right? So the shawl is, so I'm doing a series of shawls. Those of you who are new, I'm doing a series of shawls on women that inspire me, and I've already done 2. Hopefully the second shawl will be published soon, I think. And then this one is a work in progress. Make in progress. What is my problem today? So the movie On the Basis of Sex, it's Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who's a Supreme Court justice. There's a dress that the actress wears in it that just struck me, and so it's the design off of that. I'm having issues with this design, so I'm gonna have to go and do math. But anyway, but here we are so far. So yeah, it's just a simple triangle shawl with brioche texture in the middle. Yep, that's about it. I did want to show you though, we all get these skeins that have knots. So you see all these ends that I've got hanging down here? Every one of them is a knot that I had in one skein. I was kind of frustrated. I did see a video, Mikey from the Crochet Crowd had put out a video of why you get knots in your skeins, and I'll put a link down below. Just because he can explain it better than I can. But it's basically so you get as much, you don't get shorted yarn in your skein, is why they put the knots in there. But anyway, it was an interesting video on how they make skeins and all that. Okay, so that's everything so far. I'll probably won't show my Ruth Bader Ginsburg shawl again until it's done and ready for testing. So we'll see. I'm going to take a quick pause just so my phone just won't stop recording on me. And then we'll get on with the hat parade, okay? Okay, I need to get a drink. I have my lovely llama cup, which actually matches my lovely llama shirt, which I found at Kohl's. And they only had one shirt left, and it was my size, and it's like, gotta take that. Yep. So I'm drinking iced tea, although there's no ice in it right now, but that's how I prefer my tea. I don't really like hot tea. I like it cold. I'm a southern girl, and it's gotta be sweet. Okay, so on to the hat parade, as we have thunder. I don't know if you could hear that. So I'm making a bunch of hats that are going to be donated to 2 different charities. One, it's actually my local yarn store, which is Llama Llama Ding Dong. They're coordinating with Lion Brand Yarn Company, and they're doing it's called #hatnothate, and it's all these hats will be donated to school children. Excuse me, the tea. So anyway, these school children will be getting these hats, and they want them all to be blue. And basically it's an anti-bullying campaign, which I am all for that, you know. The other charity I'm donating to is actually the Children's Hospital here in Chicago. It's Lurie's Children's Hospital. And a lady I met at Knit Night at Llama Llama Ding Dong, she works there, and she was just like, I'll take whatever you want, you know, whatever hats you make, I'll take them. So I'm making hats for her. And I had a bunch of yellow in my stash, so I'm like, well, I'll just make a bunch of yellow hats to donate. And so that's why I have yellow. And plus I had heard that like yellow is the color for childhood cancer. And it's like, if you're going through cancer, especially for little kids, let's have a bright, colorful hat to wear, you know? Brighten up the mood. So I have a bunch of hats finished. I'm just going to pull them out, show them to you. I'll tell you the pattern. I can't always tell you who the designer is, but there will be links down below for all the patterns that I talk about. So, as far as the yarns go, so the one blue is Broco Vintage, which is a machine washable blend. It's 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon. I have 2 shades of blue for those. You'll see the 2 hats, I'll tell you those. But then at Llama Llama, they had some yarn donated for, you know, these blue hats. And some of it is very old. This one is Sears yarn, and it's the Renee Sport yarn. It is 100% acrylic. And I was reading the band at the top, and it says, this yarn did not pill through 100 washings and dryings. Did not stain, even when spotted with butter, ketchup, mustard, mineral oil, and chocolate, and then washed as recommended. Good to know. That's 100% acrylic. I don't know if I said that before. Sport weight yarn. And then the yellow yarn that I used is the Loops and Thread Impeccable. And that is 100% acrylic, right? Yes, 100% acrylic. I use the color Sunny Day, and the other color is Butterscotch. So like the Sunny Day is a bright yellow, and then the Butterscotch is pale yellow. Alright, so on to the hat parade. So the first, actually I have them in this lovely bag that I got at Bath and Body Works. The first hat is I actually made for myself last year, but it just doesn't fit me right, so I'm gonna donate it. I'll wash it again, make sure it's okay. So this is the Barocco Vintage. I forget the color names, I'll put it down below. So here's what I did. The pattern is a puff stitch and with diamond color work. The pattern that I found was a bottom up pattern, and I kind of reverse engineered it. So I'll put the link to the original pattern down below. So I have this lovely navy with this bright blue, and then lovely navy faux fur pom-pom. And then I had enough to do the mirror image of it. So I have this lovely blue with the navy on it. And I'll see if I can find another navy pom-pom. Or I may just leave it without it, because do boys really wear faux fur pom-poms on their hats? So I may just see if a boy wants this one. So yeah, again, Barocco Vintage. Same colors, just reverse. Let's go through all the blue hats since they're right here. This is the Sears yarn, the sport weight yarn. It's a lovely aqua blue. This one is Moogly pattern. It's called Loopy Love hat. I made the Loopy Love blanket once, and then when I tried the hat, I wanted to try the hat. And I thought I would I'll make it for like kindergarten age. But the child size just looks so small. I don't know. So I didn't weave in the ends because I'm going to block it, see if I can get more out of it. You can see it's a lovely stitch. It was a lot of fun. So I'm going to try to do this one again. And of course we have this lovely point here, so I'm going to hopefully block that out. But I'm going to try the teenage size. Hopefully that'll make a good size for a kindergartner. So there's hat number 3. And then the last hat that I have done for the Hat Not Hate is this one. It is the sport weight yarn, but I held it double, so it's a bit thicker now, as you can see here. And I basically just did double crochet, plain simple beanie, and then at the edge here I did the crab stitch, which is a reverse single crochet, just to give it some definition, something different at the end. I think her name is Cyndi Byars. I think that's her name. Link down below. She has a hat formula PDF, and basically there's a bunch of circles that show you, what's, depending on what size you're wanting to make, the circumference of the crown, and then it has a chart for the length of the hat as well. So that would be down below as well for you if you are interested in. So I just followed that as well. There's that. Then for the yellow hats, I did, this is the Sunny Day color. This is a simple stitch, simple seed stitch beanie. Of course, seed stitch, moss stitch, tweed stitch. It's all the same, right? It's the same thing, just different names. But yeah, I really like this one. This one was fun to work on. I'm just trying to do just different hat patterns, see what I like. This one was fun too. This is the swirl beanie. Actually, I think I got that it's child swirl beanie, baby beanie, I don't know. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. I thought, oh, that'd be fun to have a hat for myself like this, but an adult size single crochet in the back loop. Again, adult size. No thanks. That'll take a while. So yeah, it's real simple. Did the butterscotch, and then I did Sunny Day in the border just to give it a different color. So yeah, that one was fun. And then I did this one. This is the Mountain Ridges hat. I like this one because like every row is something different. So it keeps your interest going instead of just plain double crochet or plain single crochet or plain half double crochet. And then you have a nice ridge brim. I made one of these for myself 2 years ago, and then I made another one last year for a friend. I actually just made a newborn size because she just had a baby, and more on that baby in a little bit because I want to show you the one that I've got going. So the pattern that I started, this hat is for the Hat Not Hate, so it's a blue hat. It is the Phyllis hat from Lion Brand. And when I first looked at theirs, I thought it was blue and white, but it's actually a blue and a really light blue. But I'm making mine blue and white. I may switch up the color changes just a bit so it's more blue instead of... Anyway. So, this is all I've got going so far. Looks like a nice doily. And I will say that trying to work on this while watching the Indy 500 yesterday was quite challenging. It is fun. I think every row is different so far. But yeah, I had to put it down because the passing was just crazy. But yeah, I really like how this is turning out so far. And so that's the only hat I've got in progress right now. But there are some that are going to be. As I mentioned, I had a friend who had a baby in December, so he is 5 months old now. But he has Down syndrome and has had to have several surgeries and all this stuff. Poor baby. I just feel bad for him. But she showed a picture just this week, and he's finally had all his tubing out, and it's like it's his first picture of him without stuff taped to his face, whether it's oxygen or a feeding tube or whatever. But then I was looking, I was like, oh, he's adorable, but his hat won't fit him anymore. So I got thinking, oh, I'll make him a new hat. And of course, it's summer now, he won't really need it. So I'll make one for Christmas or something. Because actually his birthday is like 5 days before Christmas. But then I got thinking, okay, childhood cancer is yellow, breast cancer is pink, ovarian cancer is teal, pulmonary fibrosis is like a light blue. Like everything has a color. So, well, does the Down syndrome have a color? And they have two. It's blue and yellow. Okay, so I decided I'll make the whole family some hats matching with blue and yellow. So I'll just keep this whole thing going, right? So the yarn that I'm using for the hat that I just showed you is actually the Walmart Mainstays yarn, and it's in royal blue, which I like royal blue. And I've always walked by this yarn, just like, oh, being kind of yarn snobby-ish, you know, but it's really soft. I really like it, so this will be a good hat. I bought the white to go with it. Again, Mainstays, just white. And then I was like, well, I need yellow too, just to make sure I have enough yellow for this family. It's the parents, the little baby, and then they have 2 other children, so there's a family of 5. So I need to make 5 hats. So So I need to make sure I have enough yellow as well. So they didn't have any in the mainstays, but they had some Red Heart Super Saver in bright yellow. And of course, after feeling the mainstays, Red Heart feels a little scratchy, but it'll work for a hat, right? Okay, so I think that's it for all the hats. Good, good. I think that's it for everything. Oh, I totally forgot. I had my 500 subscriber giveaway. I have yet to hear from my winner, Ariane Kring. I'll put your name down at the bottom again. Please contact me. Send me your mailing information so I can get you your prize. And if I don't hear from you in 2 more weeks, by the next podcast, I will draw again. So, please contact me. And in light of all of this, I decided I'll start a Ravelry group for this podcast. So, there's a link down below, and hopefully all my contests and giveaways and stuff will be down there. Will be in the Ravelry group. That'll make it easier for me to get a hold of you, because I haven't figured out how to get a hold of her yet. Wait, I could, yeah, scratch that. I will get a hold of her some way. Anyway, so there will be a Ravelry group. Right now there is a thread. Just introduce yourself. Let me know where you are, what you like to do. Are you a knitter, crocheter? Do you do both? Do you quilt? Would you be interested in Quilts of Valor? Anyway, so I feel like today went a lot better than yesterday's podcast, so that's good. Yeah, I will see you in a couple weeks, and I hope you have so much fun with your crafting, whatever you do. Bye.